Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Claire and this is The Veg Plot Thickens. It's feeling spring-like today and I'm going to revel in it because there is a lot of rain forecast until the end of the month now. But spring flowers are looking great and everything just feels brilliant. The wood chips drying up a little bit. Again, not for long, but it looks nice to see it. But anyway, this video, I've got to start with the confession, and I've been umming and ahhing about what to do about this one because I'm feeling pretty guilty about it, and I'll explain why. It's in the polytunnel. As you'll know if you've been watching the channel for a while, I've been growing quite a few winter crops in here and they've done really well. One crop that's done well in particular is this broccoli rabe. Now, I've taken quite a few crops off of here. Those of you that follow me on Instagram will have seen pictures of it and it looks really well. I've had no trouble growing it. It's been a really successful crop for me. But unfortunately, I just don't like it. I've tried stir frying it, steaming it, roasting it, you name it, I've tried it and I just don't like the taste of it. I absolutely love normal broccoli, but don't like the taste of this. So unfortunately it looks like it's going to come out. I have tried to put a post on local groups if anyone had any chickens that might be interested in it, but no one did. So unfortunately I don't really have a use for it, and it seems a shame to keep it in here now, taking more resources out of the ground when it's getting closer to need to plant things in here. So I'm going to remove it and add it to the compost bin while I have other composting to do today anyway. I've even tried feeding it to the wild geese and ducks that we get on the pond, but they're not remotely interested in it either. They must have the same taste as me. Now, before I add things to the compost, I just want to show you this. I have been turning the compost by hand with a shovel or a fork before, but I've since bought this. You just corkscrew it in and then you pull up. Puts a bit of lots of juicy worms there. Sorry, worms. You can go back down again. So I've not done a lot with it, but as you can see, it's just brought some of the lower levels up and increased air into the compost mix. I've got my shears. I've got a wheelbarrow full of brassica leaves that I didn't do the other day, so I'm going to get them and put them in the compost now, and then I'll be taking up the broccoli rabe and adding that to the top. I'm happy that it's quite chopped up to help now. It's such a satisfying job. Right, time to do the unthinkable and chop down that broccoli rabe. Definitely have mixed feelings about this, but if you don't like a crop, it really does seem pointless growing it. And the biggest thing for me is that I don't even like the smell. So when I open the polytunnel doors, because it's getting closer to flowering as well, because I keep leaving it because I don't know what to do with it, the smell when I walk in here overpowers me. And some of you out there might think it's the most delicious thing ever, but sorry, just not for me. They were certainly healthy plants, weren't they? Now, I was going to leave the roots in, but I keep being given mixed signals about whether leaving brassica roots in is good or bad. So Danny from Grow Up told me not to leave them in. So I'm taking that on board and I'm taking the roots out this time. Now, I could have continued harvesting this and pretending that I liked it and you would never have been any the wiser. But I just wanted to be realistic and transparent with you and completely honest, because we're not all going to like everything that we grow, and that's okay. It's not a mistake, it's an experiment, and that's fine, absolutely fine. That's an awful lot for the compost heap. I'm quite excited about the extra greens. I definitely don't see this as a failure because the crop wasn't a failure. I mean, look at it. The crop was amazing. Again, I'm just going to chop it all up. The wind has suddenly gotten up. I've chopped all of that up in there. As I've put quite a lot of greens in today, I am going to get some cardboard that's dumped in this side here to add in with it. I'll break that up, add that in with it, and just help sort of balance the greens and browns a little bit. I could go and get some straw if I need to. If it goes mushy, that I can add some straw into it as well, but I'm not going to get that right now. So this is one box. It's gotten wet, so hopefully all the tape will come off of it very easily now it's wet. That's a bit of a tip really if you're doing beds and you don't like having to remove all of the tape, because it does hurt the hands. But actually sometimes it's just easier to let the boxes get wet and then take these labels off afterwards, because they just peel off so much easier, as you can see. I think these are some boxes that my sister had some raised beds delivered in, and they just got left here, so they're finding the way into the compost eventually. But it will very, very quickly break down, and then I'll be able to mix it in. But the worms will come up for it as well. They love cardboard, so they'll take it down for me as well. Pull these labels off here. Now I just need to rescue the cover that's blown over the back. Actually, I'm going to put some water on here first, just to help wet it through a little bit. I'll go and get a can of water. Spring bulbs coming up. Fruit cage is looking lovely. Put the plastic back. And then I have this. And then there's a few things dotted around. To weigh that down as well. So after doing a job removing crops, let's go for a more positive one and plant something that I actually do like eating or using, which is shallots, and this variety is called Red Sun. I've got some space in the onion bed, so I'm going to try them in there. I just need to take the cover off first. Push them in with the tips just showing. That's those all safe and secure now. I need to bring out another set of the spring clips to fix them and Enviromesh to the bed, because it's a lot easier than using the ground pegs. The set that I've got in the house were a gift from my lovely friends over at plot number 9, Nanu and Grinch, so I'll remember to bring them out. I keep forgetting, but I will do it. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.